Hey everybody, it's Monday night in the town that Disney built called Celebration, Florida. So you know what time it is.
Information on celebration.
Well, we have got so much to talk to you about tonight in the studio. You can see my backdrop's a little different. There's a reason for that. Our wonderful Near Disney sign that was with us for 3.5 years tuckered out the other day. And so we have ordered a new one. And so in the meantime, we have this blessed backdrop that I think Elijah or Dee had produced for us just in case that ever happened. So anyway, let me know where you're watching from. Today is November 3rd, and we always do a show for the town of Celebration. That is where my family lives. That's where my office is. That's where my Realtor Dream Team is as well. And we've got so much to talk to you guys about tonight. It is super packed. First, I wanted to say, how was your Halloween? If you have never experienced Halloween here before, please in the comments let me know what you thought about it. You know, last week I think I showed a picture that Rod and I had a house that a bunch of our friends had come together and we put a pirate ship on it, and it actually was on ABC TV. But we had over 5,000 children that we absolutely were aware that came to that house. We did it for 5 years. And then once we sold that house, it's now the law offices on Celebration Avenue. But we sure did have a great time seeing all the beautiful children dressed up, especially the ones where the grandmothers had made the costumes for the kids. They were very polite. I did see in some of the social media feeds, some of our friends have shared too that they had well over 5,000 kids show up at their house, which is pretty spectacular. Hey, Amy, how you doing? So, Amy, I'm wondering how Scoop did. So, you know, my favorite ice cream parlor in the whole world is right here in Celebration. It's back in the Island Village area, and it's called Scoop. So, Amy, how'd that go? I know you had a really cool event where dogs were invited one night too, and I saw some really great pictures. As a matter of fact, I think we talked about that last week. But let us keep going because we have got a bunch of information that I want to share with everybody. Let's talk about, let's see if we can get this up here as well. Okay. All right. So if you happen to see some young people going door to door, they are putting some bags out on, on your doorknobs. So don't think they're criminals out there. These are people from the Boy Scouts that are looking for canned goods, non-perishable items. They're going to be coming back through the neighborhoods this Saturday by 8 o'clock in the morning. If you would like to donate anything, as many of you know, there's a lot of people that are in need, especially right now, for food. And I love that the Boy Scouts are coming out to help out with that. So just know, if you have a bag that was delivered, please fill it up with as many canned goods. I know a lot of times the requested items might be peanut butter or fish in a can with oil, some type of oils in there. And but anything, soups, that type of thing, canned goods that are not expired, please double check those. And the Boy Scouts will pick them up from your front porch this Saturday, which is November the 8th. We are in the month of November. Gotta love that. All right, so let's talk about, I read this and I have a question in case of any of our friends that are putting this on may be able to elaborate for me. But this Friday, November 7th, from 5 to 8 p.m., this is adults only. This is at Artisan Park Clubhouse. And for those of you that are lucky that live back in Artisan Park, you know, you're normally the only folks that are allowed to go to that clubhouse, or you can bring your friends. Well, this is the one time, I believe, or some of the very few times that our Celebration residents can go. What they're looking is for you to bring a donation. It is, I think you bring a pair of cozy socks and a gift card donation. They're asking for gift cards anywhere from, say, Target or local restaurants, Chick-fil-A, that type of thing. Scoop ice cream. Go get some Scoop ice cream gift cards and show up at the Artisan Park Clubhouse. Now, when I see Friendsgiving, a lot of times is where people are bringing food and they share food. That may not be the situation on this. This may be where you're bringing items in and you want to donate some of these items. So if anybody's watching and has more information on that, please let me know because I'd like to talk about more details. But at minimum, if you want to donate some brand new socks and some gift cards and you want to show up at the Artisan Park Clubhouse this Friday, November 7th from 5 to 8 p.m., it sounds like they're trying to do a good thing. And, you know, on Near Disney, we always want to promote good things. All right. So the Garden Club, like I said, lots going on this week. Celebration Garden Club, near and dear to my heart. I do not have a green thumb, but I know a lot of the people that are on this garden club, Sylvia Cox being one of them. They are doing this really great holiday poinsettia. You can order those. You can order those until the middle of this month, and then you would be picking them up on December 4th. So what you want to do, and they are gorgeous. They're the most gorgeous poinsettias you'll see. They're huge. And you would go to celebrationgardenclub.org. Celebrationgardenclub.org. Okay. All right, let's take that off of there and just keep rolling because, like I said, so much to talk about. You know, this past Friday, if you haven't gone to Near Disney, I think you can see, whoops, sorry, I guess I'm pointing outside of myself. If you go to Near Disney YouTube channel, you're going to see that we do videos constantly. We have 950, maybe more videos talking about the 25-mile radius around Cinderella Castle. And Sue on our team, who we call Aurora, did a fabulous video with Dee Bellavati, our YouTube producer, and my husband. He did some of the scripting. But Orlando area just won the #1 area in the entire country for retirees. #1 in the entire country. Beat out Scottsdale, Tampa, Miami, a bunch of places that you would think. And so I want you to go and check out the reasons why. Give me 1 second. Excuse me. I've been a little bit under the weather, and I think I'm coming at the end of it. Got to see our good friends with Celebration Living Well with the Disney folks, and they gave me some stuff to get over this stuff, and I'm close to the end, but not quite yet. So I may mute myself another time. Okay, so instead of me doing that, let me show you a video. Because, you know, one of the things we talk about is what's going on with the market here. And I have a beautiful video that I want to share that has a special perk to it. I'll be back at the end of the video and answer some questions and make some key points. Very good. So I wanted to bring that video to the forefront because it's an unusual offer. Not only is it got the best views in Celebration, Artisan Park, you walk in and it's all on one floor. It's in an elevator building, so wonderfully decorated, upgraded, fantastic. The thing that you cannot beat is they have a balcony. And when you look out, when you go outside and sit on that balcony, they have water views and conservation views. They have photos of looking out there and Bambi is standing out there. It's just really spectacular, nice and quiet because there's nobody above you. They're on the top floor. They have the elevator that we talked about. They have a garage that's assigned to it. And the special thing that I wanted to talk about tonight on this property, it's 1230 Wright Circle, Unit 308. So you're going to know when you're going back towards Artisan Park and you go past the clubhouse, if you make a left, there's a cul-de-sac back there, and they have some buildings facing beautiful water views, beautiful conservation views. Well, the Thanksgiving promotion that these wonderful owners are going to provide, this unit is $450,000. They're going to pay 1 year of your condo fees up front if you buy and if you're under the contract on this property before Thanksgiving. You'll need to go to close, but as long as you're under contract, they will pay 1 year of your condo fees up front. I don't know of anybody else that's offering that right now. It's rare that people do, but they have found a place that they would like to purchase in Celebration. And so they have a little motivation that they'd like to have that done. So what a beautiful gift that these folks are willing to do. So if you have an interest, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Like I said, it's all on one floor. And you can either, if paying condo fees is something that you're used to, that's fine. Maybe you might say, Kim, I'd rather have it as price reduction. That's fine as well. We could do that, right? But otherwise, if you want peace of mind, because that's going to be about $12,000 that these people are willing to do for you. But like I said, it's limited time only, really great. And boy, now is the time to sit out on your balcony and look at the beautiful views in Celebration. So give me a call at 407-808-9845 if you have any questions, or if you would like to get an appointment to go see that property. Sound good? Okay, very good. All right, so lots more to talk about. I wanted to, you know what's coming up this weekend? It is Founders Day weekend. Now, we're probably going to consider this the 29th anniversary of Founders Day because, you know, I'm a founding resident here. My family is, and most people, it was the end of 1996, beginning of 1997 that the first people moved into Celebration. So that would be next year for our 30th anniversary. And there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be planned for everybody. So now's the time to buy and move in Celebration. I'm getting a lot of phone calls from people from New York. You know, there's a lot of different reasons why people want to move here. Whether if it's political, non-political, the weather's great. I can tell you we are having Chamber of Commerce type of weather here, and it's really spectacular. But what you want to do is know typically around November 11th, around that weekend, that's when we celebrate our founders events. And so this year, once again, that is going to happen. So let me make sure you're aware. Let's look at this, that you are aware that the Veterans Day event this Saturday, November the 8th, the parade is at 10:30 a.m. So you want to be down by Lakeside Park down in that area. The ceremony with the flag is at Founders Park. That's at 11 a.m. You don't want to miss that. It's very nice. So right beside the K-8 school at the corner of Campus and Celebration Avenue is where the Founders Park is. And then at 11:45 a.m. this Saturday, once again, you want to be available to be in the town photo. We have a picture of us in the early days, well, actually, it's right beside Reggiano's and the diner. So when we had our photo taken. So give me one more second. Forgive me, I probably should have asked Elijah to do the show tonight. I thought for sure that this coughing had stopped, but it will in a couple days. But the good news is my dream team, they're available. They're going to take you guys out to see properties and stuff. So I can make sure I'm not coughing on anybody this week. All right, here we go. So let's check this out too. Founders Day concert is this Friday night. That is going to be Lakeside Park, and that's going to be a Motown band. It's from 6 to 9 p.m. this Friday, November the 7th. And once again, we'll be celebrating 29 years. Now, not this weekend, but next weekend, a very good cause near and dear to many of our hearts is there's a music festival that is going to be November 15th. So not this weekend, next weekend. And I just wanted everybody to start planning for that. It's from noon until 9 p.m. It is at Lakeside Park. And many of you know that Bettina and her team, they do a lot of good. They help a lot of people that need a hand up and down 192 that are staying in the motels. And there's the storyline is that Bettina in the early days felt the need that some people were not getting any food. And so she was asking people to make peanut butter sandwiches, and people would make peanut butter sandwiches. She would swing by their porches and bring them to people that are up and down 192. And now there is a force behind it where there's a lot of musicians. We have had the pleasure and honor last year of performing at this event. And they raise money so that Embrace will be able to keep moving forward. So please don't miss that. Okay. Another thing that I think you need to schedule and plan for, it's coming up before we know it, the Celebration Foundation, which, by the way, this past weekend, they did their memorial service that they have over in Roseville Garden, which is right before you get to Artisan Park. And Kathleen Scipio and her team do a magnificent job. If you know of someone that has passed away that lived in Celebration, family member, then you can buy a plaque, and that plaque can go up on columns. And then there's a service every year where people can gather and pay their respects. And it's just beautiful. They do music. And so that happened this past Saturday. So always know that's usually around the 1st of November that they do that. But one of the things you don't want to miss that the foundation does is a save the date, Friday, December 5th. Now, this is tickets. You have to have a ticket for this, and it always seems to sell out. It's going to be at Artisan Park Clubhouse. Once again, our beautiful clubhouse that we have. They are going to have something called the Sparkle Soiree VIP reception from 6 to 10 p.m. And what happens is there is a group of very talented artists that live in Celebration, and they put trees together and wreaths and decorations, and you have the opportunity to buy these in advance before the holiday home tour occurs. And the holiday home tour is Saturday, December the 6th and Sunday, December the 7th. I think on Saturday, that home tour is from noon until 7 p.m. and Sunday it's from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, what you want to make sure you do is you need to get your tickets. So go to celebrationfoundation.org, celebrationfoundation.org. And it's a very beautiful, people get dressed up for this soiree. If you instead decide you want to do the holiday home tour, that's great too. Get your tickets for that as well. And the monies are always for good causes. So I'm almost losing my voice, but let's keep plugging on for as long as we can. I did want to mention that a lot of times people are talking about how do they connect. If you are interested Or if you live in Celebration already and you're saying the holidays are coming up and gosh, I'd really like to have some new friends and just get out a little bit more. There is a group called the Celebration Social. Celebration Social. I'm one of the moderators for their Facebook group. So if you want to go to that Facebook group and ask to join, and if you want to say Kim Hawk sent me, that's fine too. But they will be telling you about upcoming activities. I know that there was a cigar club that just met, and I've started brainstorming some ideas too. I wanted to see, what do you guys think about doing like line dancing or something outside? I just remembered a trip that when we were in China, they were doing Tai Chi first thing in the morning. But I thought maybe a celebration thing would be go into a park or downtown somewhere and have a bunch of people just show up, and we have a professional line dancing person play some country music on a boombox and just kind of get out with the nice weather. Would anybody out there be interested in doing that? And if so, are you a really good line dancer and you know somebody that's a good line dancer teacher? Because I will pay for that line dancer to teach everybody some of that good stuff if you'd like. Or another thing, if you would like, I want to make sure you always know you're invited to the churches in the area. In particular, I wanted to make sure you knew about this one too. I attend Illuminate Church with my husband, and it started at the high school here, but now they have their new big, beautiful building. Look how big and beautiful that building is. It's within 10 minutes. A celebration. We have services at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., and I'm scheduled to sing there this Sunday. So pray that this goes away with whatever this cough is. And I would love to see you there. So Illuminate Church, which is at 7899 Sinclair Road. So what you're going to basically do is you're going to get on I-4, take the first exit for 429. And that very first exit is Sinclair, Sinclair. Dee and I both attend that church. So many of you do know Dee Bellavati, my YouTube producer. And the services are at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. on Sundays. And like I said, I'm a singer. I used to be a backup singer for Amy Grant a long time ago, and I have the honor of being on that worship team. So we'd love to see you there. I did see a shout out. Oh yeah, I'm super excited. I've been promoting. My friends at Celebration Wellness Spa have changed locations. And so I really want everybody to know they're not necessarily a new business, but they're new in the sense that they have a new location. They have a lot of new activities that they have, everything from if somebody wants Botox or if you want to IV. Actually, I'm going to go get an IV drip. I think they've got something called some type of cocktail that will help somebody when they're starting to feel like they've got a cold. But they facials, weight loss, the whole 9 yards, NAD in order to help with longevity and stuff. But if you think of where the Celebration library is on Campus Street, that intersection is Celebration Boulevard going towards the high school. That section is Celebration Boulevard. That building on the right-hand side, which was the ISSA headquarters, they have their brand new, and I'm telling you, it's really spectacular. Great space, great energy, very, very good, very educated, very strong people that are doing the services there. I know a lot of you may know Kelly Mercantile and Jill, who run that over there, but their whole team, everybody is a superstar. They're super, but it's called Celebration Wellness Spa. Check them out and learn more about that. But otherwise, maybe next week I'll be able to bring you some more information on that too. Okay, because we know one of the first most important things people ask me every week for, and I want to make sure that I've covered everything here. Yes. So far, yes, we have. Is we want to talk about what the market's been doing. This is very important, especially, if you have your house listed and you're wondering, have I had that many showings? I haven't had that many showings. What's been going on? Or What's the most expensive property that actually took a contract this past week? Because Elijah Lewis and myself, we either do the show every Monday night. We've been doing it for well over 2 years, and we can really talk to you about the statistics of what's going on. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you can see exactly what I am seeing right now. Okay, here we go. Bum, bum. Well, not that. That's not what we were looking to share. But I'm glad that you get invited to church again, right? Okay, here we go. So Dee always tells me to put my face a little bit larger so you can see what I am saying. But in the town of Celebration, we are looking at 109 active listings. That's all. And many of you have been watching this show every week. You'll know that I have said that in a normal market, we have about 440 properties for sale. We only have 109. What's one of the main reasons for that? Well, especially ever since the pandemic, people decided to move here and they did not want to live anywhere else because they realized they could work out of their home. They could be at the Orlando International Airport within 15, 17 minutes to get on a flight if they needed to go to a meeting. Most people are able to do their business meetings through Zoom or StreamYard or Loom or whatever you're doing. But that's one of the reasons we have very low inventory. Now, what I want to show on this, and this is active as of this moment, it looks like over the course of the last 7 days, because I always tell you 7-day window period, what's been going on here. So there are 24 touch points. That's a good amount. That's about normal for Celebration in 1 week. But what's unusual this week, there's 13 actives, 13 new actives. That's a lot. We normally have only had maybe 3, 4. But what I'm seeing is that there's a lot of brand new construction that has come up that is now on our inventory. So back in Island Village, you know, that phase 2 area is opening, back where I talked about Scoop Ice Cream being, and that's where the taco place, the Coffee for the Soul location is back there. A whole brand new section of Island Village has opened up. So a lot more new construction. Then what I've seen on this list is that there are 7 pendings. 7 pendings. Okay. Excuse me. And quite a few of those pendings are quite a bit. Well, it's kind of all over the place. A condo, I think the most expensive pending was $1,365,000. That was a house that's back in Aquila that's kind of been active and pending for quite a while now. So good for them that they have another contract. Love that for them. But then when I'm looking at, this is very low. This is something we should all talk about. There are only 4 total solds. Now, that's unusual. Usually the last week of the month, there's a lot of solds, a lot more solds. We only have 4. So if you've been sitting there wondering, gosh, I haven't really been getting that many showings, whatever, it's been a little quiet in the last month in comparison to other months that we've had. But historically, that does typically happen during the month of October. And that's usually the time that I will try to take some time off myself, because I've known that from the beginning of time, being here for 29 years. But the blessing for us is that 3 of those were new construction, but the only sold that was not new construction was a property that I'm very proud of my team, Virginia Carlson. We call her Cinderella. She's the one that brought the buyer. So when the market has been really quiet, my team of experts, my dream team, they've been out there bringing buyers in. And I just wanted to say welcome to Denise and Jeff. They closed on a wonderful property, looked like it was renovated, South Village area, a Celebration. And so welcome, and congratulations once again to Virginia Carlson on my team, Cinderella. All right, you guys, I am losing my voice. And hopefully by the next time you see me too, our sign will be back up operating, and I'll be back up and operating operating, but I just didn't want to miss not being able to say hello to everybody. And hopefully I'll see you Founders Day weekend this weekend. And like I said, don't forget to look for canned goods that you can put in those bags for the Boy Scouts. Maybe, put them out early Saturday morning because they're going to be coming by as early as 8 a.m. Saturday to pick that up, because there's a lot of people that need our help right now. Now, we're also going to be talking more next week. I'm going to be involved with Salon CG. I don't know if you guys remember them. They were on Celebration Avenue for the longest time, mother-daughter team. The daughter has opened a location in Champions Gate. She's lovely. She's like family to me. Her name's Christina Neal. She's going to be doing an event that I'm going to be talking to her about co-partnering, where we're going to be, she might be, every product she sells there or something is going to go towards raising funds so that we can have a food pantry. And of course, the food pantry that makes sense with us is Illuminate Church. So it might take a month or so, but I would think by December we'll have some good amount of money in order to fill that food pantry up there. And then hopefully people will know there's some help out there. Sound good? All right. Well, thank you for hanging in there with me. And I, on Wednesday nights, know that my Realtor Dream Team has their show in the 25-mile radius around Cinderella Castle. And then Friday, we do an Evergreen show. And we would love for you to go to Near Disney YouTube channel, subscribe, check it out. Please subscribe and like, and let me know if we can ever help you with any of your real estate business, buying or selling a home. That's what we love to do. And we are here for you. And we do really think we can help you quite a bit. All right, guys, have a great night.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's Castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.